off, I think. Is the mic? Yeah, the mic's kosher. We're good. We are good. We are off. Today is day 328 of the year of streaming and learning to code. We are continuing on with project number 6. We've got our example project here. Once again, we're trying to achieve mouse position. It essentially tracks your mouse position, oddly enough. Clever title. And wherever you click, it generates a essentially random object. For this example, it's either circle or squares. They've got varying traits with each click when it generates either one of those, and they each have a set animation. Pretty damn cool. So, we're trudging along in that direction. Here we have our code. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. Here's this. Let's paste that. Cool. And we don't quite have all of the glorious, not just CSS, but styled objects fully set up. We just have a default red square that we've been working with, but nevertheless, it still works, which is good. So we finally, I think we're going to swap out our generic code regarding our red square, and we will set up rectangle and oval. Yeah, crazy, right? Not square and circle, but rectangle and oval. All right. So, that said, we are looking for the following. You know what? Let's, we've got a couple things going down. Let's set this. Good, good. Okay. Now, we have, this is like step 1.5 or 2.5, however you want to refer to it. We have our function shape. We've got an event listener for when we click in the window, it will create whatever shape we got going on here. Console log reminds me we need to open up the developer window. Pro tip, open up. Nope, not clicking there. Clicking here. Where did it go? View developer. That's what we want. JavaScript. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. We can reset our code. We can also reset Topher's example project. Just in the meantime. So, clickety-clack, clickety-clack. Good, 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 and haunting. What are we looking for now? We were reflecting on all of our code, line by line. At least the shape function. So it's receiving the event parameter. We're console logging it because we needed to see the information we wanted to work with and reference. Okay. Document get element shape, and then we're appending it to new child. Well, actually, no, we're taking my new shape and we're appending that to the current shape div class. We can get rid of this empty space. We're going to do a couple things on the fly. So save that. We're going to also set up dot rectangle as well as dot oval. Save, save, save. Because red square will be dying in the near future. Here's a fun question, although it probably doesn't matter too much. I'm certain it's better format to just comment the entire thing out. Just a hunch. I could only assume. No? Wouldn't that work? I wonder why that doesn't work. I really would hope that would have worked. Since that doesn't fly, I was wondering if we're able to just comment out the first line. Does that totally throw off? I guess you need to have the comment prior to the bracket. It would look something like that. See, if we comment out just that bit, he does it for the whole line. I was wondering if we just comment out the reference tag or class or ID if we actually needed to comment out the rest. It's probably best practice to comment out all of the noise in between, but just curious if that's an option, because then if you get rid of the, it's like cutting off the head of a snake, essentially. You get rid of that leading bit, this doesn't know what to apply itself to. That could either be beneficial or problematic, and I'm pretty damn sure it would be problematic. Anyways, that's all. Just thinking out loud. Thinking out loud. Nothing strange after 328 days of this noise. Okay, so we were tinkering. We've got shape. We don't need this extra space for some reason. Why is that even there? Save, save, save. That's good. Save, save, save. And JavaScript. We have my new shape, which is an empty div. We are appending my new shape to the shape div. My new shape, blah. Style, position is absolute. Style left, event click, minus. This will be the given x, the width. That will be r for rectangle specifically. It will be r width. Trying to think. What if it's a circle? Or what if it's an oval in our case? What if it's an oval, and what if it is a rectangle? This is the bridge we've been avoiding this whole project. One of the bridges. I know X and Y will be just like how we knew it was 50 pixels. Here, since it's going to be a random amount, it will be, whatever we have going on down here. So to speak, like this. Random 2-string, blah, 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 pixels. It'll be that whole bit. Actually, it will be this variable. It will be r, well, this one, technically. That's much more accurate, r width. So it will be r width minus, it will be r width divided by 2. And that will be within its own set of parentheses as well. So we've got wherever our position is divided by 2, blah. I don't think that's accurate either. We need r divided by 2. Yeah, no, that's good. That's good. Because then we've got a number minus a number, and then we're concatenating pixel onto it. Check. Golden. Golden. We're good. We're good. Now, what's next? What is to come? From here, we need to be doing something. What do we need to be doing? That is a tough call. is it always after midnight? Why is it always so late? Let's go ahead and do the following. That would be our width, too. I know it has 0 connection here. We need to shimmy this noise up there. Our width and our height. Divided by 2. Gets another parentheses. This gets parentheses. Okay. Okay, I think we're good. Now, things to do from here. We need to move this info upwards. How is this going to I want to see, like, after 320 days of doing this. I know there's progress. There has been progress. It hasn't been the prettiest growth pattern. But there are certain things that, like, skills that I'm wanting. It's like playing a game almost. It's like, these higher level abilities are out there. Not like super late endgame abilities. It's like just wanting your next upgrade. It's like going from level 2 or 3, and then, the next level is 4 right around the corner. And there's just, I can see it. I'm not there yet. I just want to, like, power through and get to whatever I need. I don't know what that is. And it's that feeling of confidence in what I'm doing. There were only brief moments where we kind of had the confidence of what was most likely going to happen, and that was it was in the mid part of our journey at Code Wars, and kind of in the mid part of our journey so far at Free Code Camp. We did get comfortable with stuff at Code Academy towards the end of each unit, but comparatively, I mean, even though that was the first, like, 150 days, we were cycling through new courses every, like, week and a half or so, every couple days to week and a half and whatnot. So even though we did get comfortable with an idea and concepts towards the end, we were hashing through new things all the time. But as far as consistency goes, when we got to Code Wars, we stuck with JavaScript. And then Free Code Camp was more of a more focused single track that we could kind of look forward to advancing certain things, versus Code Academy, we jumped around a lot. You could progress within the activities themselves, but those were kind of brief comparatively. Anyways, the confidence stuff. We've tasted confidence in knowing what we were doing in the past briefly, and I feel like we've invested enough time where it should be there, but all the projects are just different enough. In this one, with the creativity, it's killing me. It's getting the best of me, and it's brutal. I also don't think that this is what we were concerned about too, is the holiday season. All the family events and whatnot. Yeah, that's taken a toll on us as well. As if there wasn't a lack of time already. Now we get to juggle family events, holiday family events, on top of all the other activities. What are we looking at? We're rambling because we're tired and confused. You always have to be awake. Is there ever, like, autopilot coding? That's another thing where you can kind of tell when you've gotten quote-unquote good enough at something, whether you're playing, like, a video game, whether it's a shooting game, or especially I notice a lot in racing games, whether you're using one of those, like, kind of the guided lines or not, you end up just seeing the curbs, the colored, red and white curbs, or white and blue, whatever course signage you may see, and your mind just kind of goes into autopilot, and you do pretty damn good. Is there an autopilot for coding? Do people just like code for hours and hours every day and they just kind of like check out mentally? I wonder if that's what it's like having a desk programming job. I feel like it's more of a constant strain. I feel like you're always problem solving. Like, it's hard to, you never really get that sense of autopilot in like a Legend of Zelda game. Occasionally, maybe when you're traveling throughout the overworld or whatnot, perhaps. Or if you're backtracking through an area on like a side quest, but when you're trying to make progress in a Legend of Zelda game, rarely, especially through that first time through, not like your 30th time playing your favorite game in the series, but that first time through, there's a lot of active conscious level thinking. And that's why it's so like grueling. It's different for coding when you are learning something, but to have that such like harsh, steep, constant grinding away, learning every single day. Oh my god, it's like I can mentally feel all 328 days. It's been brutal. As I look back on it, it's been awesome, but we aren't even making progress at this point. I think we're starting. I don't think we're going to hit the wall. God, I hope we don't hit the wall like day 340 something and just burn down the computer and throw it against the wall and me and little kitty go decide to become a hobo and travel the railways. Yeah, I mean, that would probably be the most accurate depiction if there was going to be some tragic ending to this, but day 328. Joy and frustration are still ever present on our journey. We really should do something with code. We really should. We should take our program. We need to do something with rectangle. One, I don't know what the hell to do with rectangle. I don't actually think rectangle is actually needed. I think we need the stats on how to create a rectangle. We were reliving exactly what we needed. My new shape gets the absolute position. It gets the width dealt with. As the width dealt with every click. This is what we were talking about. The equation doesn't change. It's no more or less random with an R in front or an O in front. It is just this. Maybe we could call it OR, height and width, or oval rectangle width. I mean, that's a possibility. I don't think it's the best naming schematic, but what if we did S height for shape? Let's do that. Let's do S height and we'll simplify it and we'll just have one S height and S width. This way, the only thing we need to do afterward is determine if it is a rectangle or an oval, and we'll have an if kind of tagged along in there, or an if-else statement, and I think the else. No, I guess we could just have a single if statement, and if something qualifies as blah, will be that. I'm torn between the switch case and guess it's up to us on how we want to execute it. Son of a... There's so many ways to do this. I realize there's a best way. I do not know what that best way is. it's also hard because the last year and kind of the goal of the stream has been to just like go with the flow, whatever we pick up, kind of like just sitting down to a giant pile of jigsaw puzzle pieces, having no idea what the image is either. And it's not like we picked out a jigsaw puzzle that we know and we have an idea of where this is going to end up. It's like someone else handed us a jigsaw puzzle, or we went down the game aisle blindfolded and just grabbed one, cracked it open without looking at the image, and just emptied them all out with them all mixed up. That's the type of exploratory journey we're on. There are plenty of ideas and issues that I realize that could be improved upon to help streamline and focus this, but we also need 300 plus days of content. And struggling generates a lot of content. Confusion, as frustrating as it is to deal with, has been our friend in providing ample things to stream. So with that said, I've gotten used to over the year trying to just go with whatever we can cling to next. But the issue with that is that that's not the best way to go about programming or creating a project. And I think that's also the root of the thing too. It's not that we aren't learning these concepts. We're just finding them the hard way. And I think the fact that we can acknowledge and still see that is still pretty beneficial, because post day 365, we should be able to curate a project correctly on our own beforehand, follow all the things that we want to do. We can call it quits on production, sort out our thoughts, do it the right way. We can obviously do that now, but we've just been kind of on the go with the flow paradigm for the majority of this year anyway. So yeah, good. Everything hurts. We've made such little progress, but let's take S height. Let's change that. S height and S width. We will cut that. Set that above. We don't have to set it above my new shape, but I kinda want to. In fact, I almost want to set it... We don't need to set it above console log, but we could set it right below console log, which I think would be interesting placement. Kind of indicates that this is all an initial block of info. Kind of instructional, important, maybe not. Maybe I'm just crazy. I think I'm just crazy. Object color, so we need to set up this. But name, song, and dance, variable color. Opacity. Don't we need to give that a percentage? I thought we did. Random dot length? Maybe we can just do random. I don't think we need any more or less than that, because it would just be color array 0 to get red. Color array blah. Now, the issue that we are facing is we don't have length. We've got random numbers, which are 1 through 10, and we only have 6 colors. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, We do gray, brown. I don't know, black and salmon. What other fun color do people usually add to theirs? Random. Color dot length is blah. And do a random version of that. We will do we'll call random, but we're gonna do minimum, and instead of max, we're going to do color dot length or color array dot length. Yeah, watch this. Watch this. Okay, so here we have color array. We're looking for a number, right? One would think so. And we're gonna reference random, but it's not just gonna be the empty random where we call the function. Crap, it is those slimy sons of bitches. Can I overwrite it? Can I put in my own code? Can I do min, comma, color array dot length? This is the world I want to live in. And if I can't do min, which I'm only doing min because I know it's 1, but I'd also love to just to be able to just drop in 1 like that. Because then it would be call random from 1 to the length of whatever. If there were only 3 colors, if there were 1,000, it would go through the array and pick out whatever is needed. Not sure that's gonna work. I'm hopeful it does, but I'm hesitant. That seems really sketchy to me. Like, needlessly sketchy. Is that a paper cut? Can't even tell. Who knows? We've totally lost it. Day 328. Not the day for progress. Maybe your mind's shot. Maybe it's because we did all of the research for Black Friday sales. We've been grinding away on the hunt for deals. There's all kinds of deals out there, but we haven't actually, like, pulled the trigger to buy anything substantial. A couple knickknacks, nothing really noteworthy. Frankly, to be honest, can't even remember what the hell I got, but we were doing something. I don't think I'm going to be able to override random. At least not like this. I think somehow I need to reference the function again, because we're already giving it min and max. That's the beauty of being able to just reference it as an empty thing. And again, it'll work perfect here for what we have, but the issue is that it goes all the way to 10. Don't mind the 11. And we've only got these 6 colors, which will change eventually. We will do some random RGB godforsaken thing. I don't know. It's just, look, when we use Topher's, he's got like an infinite color variation and selection for this stuff. And I've got 6. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Hey, you're up, Munster. Min-max values, math dot random. Also, hello to you. Hopefully your evening / day whatever it is going well. Syrup Monster min-max values, I agree. We got our random stuff. It's up there. Just the issue is that we've got one random thing for all of our randomness. I think I should set up a second one specifically for either color and possibly, I'm not too sure what else. Syrup Monster, math.random times min minus length plus min. Oh, color array dot length. Very interesting. Okay. So we could do a random color. That would work. Random color. Syrup Monster is right. Syrup Monster is absolutely right. We should do a random color function. Copy. This can go right below. Random color. This can actually go inside. But what a great idea. Thank you, Syrup Monster, for the subtle nudge in the right direction. Perfect hint. Now, if we want to do something with our variable here, we should do something with a function amid our variables here. Opacity. Since color is going to be the last one, let's go ahead and set this above with the rest of them. We can, in fact, do it above color. And we will address this as well. Let's solve this nightmare, though. So instead of max, we can use color array dot length. Color array dot length. Do we need parentheses after dot length? I really can't recall. It's been a while since we've needed to use dot length. I know, it's bad. We should know off the top of our head. JavaScript. Length. It's just dot length, right? No parentheses afterwards. Ta-da. Good, good, good. Alright, our spidey senses were mostly right. Not quite good enough to say it with confidence, but it's been, again, see? Like dot length. We used to use dot length all the time to calculate this stuff with our for loops at Code Wars, but we just haven't used this stuff in weeks or months. And it's just all fallen to the wayside. Doomed, I tell you. Doomed. So here, we've got that. Let's get rid of those extra oh no, dear lord. Those extra parentheses we added. Copy. Wait a tick. Length. Okay, you know what? Length isn't 0 indexed, but the array itself is. So that's fine. That's perfect. That's already the one extra we need for it to work. Just like up here, we've got 11 because it's 1 to 10. So this will be 1 to 6. The highest it will ever call is 5, but it goes from 0 to 5 for the colors. Since red is 0, purple will be 5, 6 colors, golden. Again, it's late. It's 12:34 a.m. or 0:34, depending on your time preference, as we've discussed many times. Continuing on in our confusion and determination to try and make any slight progress on day 328. Let's see what to do. We set that up. We were going to change this. Copy. Get rid of that. All maxes will die. Beautiful. Now we can call and implement random color. Do we even need to reference color array? We do, because random color is merely determining the random value between 1 and however many colors we have. So, and this is again sort of a temporary fix. I will probably move to some form of like a random generator for RGB or random hex generator. I don't know. This is a quick fix as we piece the rest of this together. Now, continuing on, we were changing random color to something good. 2 spaces is all we'll need. 1 there. Awesome. 2, 1, blah, blah, blah. What else can we take up with us? We can also do the following. No longer square, but rectangle. Is that indeed accurate? Copy. Wait a tick. It won't be that. It won't be rectangle. It won't even be get element by ID. You know what it's gonna be? My new shape. Swear to God. You know why? Because Toasty told us for the last like 3.5 days. He's been on point with the assistance, especially for this project. That was a couple days in a row where he really stuck with us through thick and thin. Greatly appreciated. So this, my new shape, copy, get rid of document, blah, and blah, and blah. We've got height, width, which will now be not random stats or a color or whatever. It will be that's its positioning. This will be its height. Did we not move height up there already? No, we did. We did. Here is height. S height. And S width. S height. And S width. Color will equal. I feel like we've already set that up. It will be object color, which we have object color here. Why is it odd? It should be ob. OB, not OD. See that? We got a stray D just chilling there in the middle. You are not welcome here. Lowercase d. Okay, we've got this, and then maybe this addresses our opacity issue. Opacity? Random 2-string for something. We need the plus 0% up there, not down here. That's not helping anybody stay down there. I mean, it could work. Kind of. That's opacity stat. Yeah, opacity stat. Why not? I know I'm not going to come up with a better name. 2-string plus 0%. That look right? That does. Opacity stat. Yeah, perfect. Hot damn. Cut this noise and drop it into the following. To my class list, add red square. We're setting up all of these values. Position. All of that. Height, width, color. All of that's been established up top. Maybe, you know, let's set this above all of the positioning. I don't know why, I think it's better that way. Something about this seems a little bit better with it above. And then instead of this, we will add... We're reaching the point where we need the if statement. Again, the only difference between all that's occurring with the randomness of all these variables and whatnot is right down here. It will either be this, if blank, blah, else do the following. If blank, else do the following. Cut, paste, copy, and it won't be red square, it will be rectangle and oval. And if it's gonna be probably another function where if its value is a given thing, we need to determine what its value. We should have a second or third function, a second function. Maybe it can be... No. We need to set up another random number. We don't have to set up another function. We can set up a variable, and we don't want it to be a global variable. We can simply have that number right above where we are calling it on that line. Ta-da! See? Problem solved. Problem solved. So here, we'll have another random variable. Variable will be... This is what... You know what? Let's look at what we set up for coin toss. I'm kind of curious. Let's save our code. Save. Good. What did we set up for coin toss? File. Open. I really should have tested if any of this worked earlier before committing this much time and effort, especially with my general lack of skill and abundance of misguided confusion. But fingers crossed we walk away from this alive. I know we're asking for a lot, but I think after 328 days, we might be able to pull it off. In worst case, we've got more content for us to struggle through tomorrow, so... Not entirely terrible. Coin toss, wasn't it? It was indeed. Open JavaScript. Nice. Aha, if math.random is greater than 0.5, see, So if math dot, we can do that same exact bit. We don't need to do anything else, just that. Ta-da! Because it does it 0 to 0 0.1. And not 0 to 0 0.1. Does it 0 to 1 excluding. So it would really only get up to 0 0.999999. Blah. Something like that. Copy if math.random greater than 5, it will be a rectangle. Else, it will be an oval and it needs its radius added. See, all of this is all the same. The only thing that changes for this would be the border radius. And it needs that. Save. Let's go ahead, clear out the nonsense area. Is there any other stray noise? I don't think there's. That's basically all of it. That's basically all of it. Let's comment that out. I think we're in pretty good standing overall. Cool. Let's. Why is there a random variable here? Oh, we were gonna do something, you know, random shape. The terrible variable name because it's so damn confusing compared to everything else we have. But then we were gonna do, you know, math.random and all that noise, but none of that's needed because we can just do this. How cool is that? That's so much more simple and elegant. Okay. Let's save. Do this. Hell yeah. Save. Close out of coin toss. And let's refresh. Hello, 33. We pissed someone off. Okay. Line 33. Unexpected token? Is it the color array length? It is. It makes them sad. I know it is. There's something about it that they hate. Maybe let's set up a variable for that. Let's call it C length. Variable. Nope, color array. I think it's because it's actually like doing the conversion there, right? Versus it can only just like receive the number. I think it's like the formatting of the data or how it's getting processed, if I recall, for why this isn't working out there. But C length, if I not as mistaken as I clearly am, may alleviate some of our issues. Save. Refresh. Ha! I did it! I solved the error. Not that everything else is 100%, so let's find out and close sackish. Didn't quite work. Did not quite work. Well, I mean, it's indicating where I'm doing stuff. We may end on a bombshell. Not gonna lie. I don't know if I have. I'm actually pretty damn sure that I'm super close to this whole shindig. But I think I missed a step. I don't know if it's the fact that I have another function within shape, and if it should just be a variable, where blank equals blah 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 blah. If we did have it outside, we could call it and reference it. It doesn't need to be within here. What if it was creating the object, but there's no color? What if I do, with the JavaScript console, the mouse? Damn, nothing. Really hoping there would be some objects of some sort placed there. What else could I shimmy? You know, random number takes place out here. Should I be using R number? Function is that, but the variable R number is min max. And we're console logging R number as a string. So maybe it shouldn't be You know what? I think that's our issue. I don't actually believe we're calling random. I think we're calling R number. And I think the same song and dance happen for this. Let that noise out. Variable R color? Yeah, R color for sure. Color equals copy. Oh, and I still need to set up the variables above it. Well, we already have min. We just need to set up the variable for ceiling. Where is ceiling? What to do, what to do. Well, we'll also want a console log. We don't need to, this is just helps me kind of visualize, and consistency is our friend. Our color. There's that. Okay. We have a variable for min, but we need to have a variable for this. Oh, but if we're gonna have that, that means the color array needs to be outside as well. I think that's okay. Let's take both. Yeah, that'll be good. That will be good, and then we can just kind of nestle that in right about here. Yeah, let's just pretend that's good. Save. We need to continue on by swapping out our color and our number in all of the random spots. Hey, McGreenberg, what are you trying to do? Yeah, definitely McGreenberg, are trying to also welcome. Essentially, we've got a basic little application. Unfortunately, my mouse cursor isn't displaying in OBS, but regardless, we are tracking its X and Y coordinates. And whenever someone clicks, it generates kind of a random shape with changing variables, and each thing's got its own kind of unique animation. So squares, in this case, this is our example project set up by Topher, where squares spin upwards and the circles gravitate towards the bottom slash center part of the screen. So they kind of bounce at an arch and return to their point of origin and whatnot. So that's all just something kind of basic. Prior, we were just using a little red square for ours as a consistent object to place around the screen, which was working quite well. But now we had been over the days piecing things together to have it dynamic, thus all the randomness. But I ended up using random, the function, versus the result of random, our number. And same song and dance again for our color. Because, yeah, I forget why. McGreenberg, but not canvas. No. There's a lack of canvas. There's also a general lack of knowledge on my part. Been 328 days of confusion. Can't say it's been a productive year of coding. It's been interesting, and I don't know if it's the good version of interesting. For me, it's been great, but by probably other people's standards, I think they would have jumped out the nearest window by now. What are we doing? Well, all we're doing is just clicking in here and making things worse. Let's get back to our code and try it again after we do our brief little updates. So, also canvas. I feel like that's a thing. Was as in like CSS canvas? Yeah. Canvas tags. I didn't even know there was a canvas tag. Let's see, W3 schools or MDN? Let's check MDN. Let's not kid ourselves. MDN, hands down. Let's start this tutorial by looking at the Canvas HTML element itself. At the end of this page, you will know how to set up a 2D context and have drawn a first example in your browser. Canvas tutorial, blah, 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 blah. Fallback content, dot graph, width, height, current stock. Block, width, height. Good. Rendering content. Checking for, well, it certainly seems straightforward enough. Let's do refresh. Does anything happen? Here's how a template would look in action. As shown, it is initially blank. Sample looks like this. Live sample screenshot. Refresh again. Ta-da! Well, we'll get there one day. Until then, we get to stew in our confusion. That does seem like quite an elegant solution. Canvas probably should have been the way we progressed through this particular journey. Next time, see, helpful hints. McGreenberg, looking out for us. Donka, thank you. Now, what? Random. Random gets changed with our number, and random color gets changed with our color. Copy, copy, copy. One. Wait, no. Here. 1 and 2. Crap. 3. No. That's just gonna get messy. Just drop them in one at a time. Otherwise, there's gonna be tears, and then we're gonna be weeping into our keyboard, and that's just not gonna end well. Copy our color. Shouldn't that be more, I don't know, variable-y-ish? That's not a great way of describing that, but you know it's here. That should be a thing, right? Wouldn't it light up and be happy? I guess not. Maybe we aren't in that universe where we have happy variables. No, I guess not. Look at this. We've got all these variables referenced here, and they're all the sad, depressing gray. Lifeless gray. Let's save. Here's that. It still may blow up in our face, and technically there may be no explosion at all, which I'm fine with for now. Just means we get to dive into that tomorrow. So we refresh, we saved our code, refresh again. Clickety click. Stack of death. Stupid program. Bad Steven. I have to sleep in the hall for failing. Not cool. I want to sleep in the hall for failing. Sounds awful. The hall sucks. Well, damn. I definitely missed a step. I may have confused myself with all of the additional random functions. Not gonna lie, probably not my best decision. I feel like we're so damn close, though. Maybe it's the if factor. Maybe that's pissing off the neighborhood. Because really, this is basically all that's effectively changing. Copy. Was the last little hurrah. Damn, we're so close. I know we are. That's okay. That's okay. Accept defeat, Steven. Day 228, we weren't meant to win. It's alright. No, maybe we were meant to win and we just failed. Accept defeat with grace, damn it. I mean, it's not the best grace, but it's, you know, I don't think we'd qualify as the #1 grace option on Amazon. But, you know, we're there on the list towards the bottom of the barrel. What would it be? S width, S height, pixels. Zero. Idea. What could it be? Maybe tomorrow we'll console log all this stuff. Console log S height and width and console log the other variables. See how that all plays out. Who knows? Let's go ahead and save this noise for now. This tragedy falls around us. Save. Close out of this. And maybe we should keep an eye out for Canvas in case we need to make a complete change and massive overhaul to all of our code. That is an option. That is an option. Let's go ahead and open up GitHub. Let's land this bird, call it a day. GitHub here. You get a GitHub, and you get a GitHub. That's not how it works at all. It's just really late, and we're totally delirious. We have 0 sanity left. What to do now? I can't even figure out what I need. Commit and push. Right. Minimize. Actually, I think the desktop app, oddly enough, I think it can track it down in OBS without it. It can. Cool. What did I do? Probably made things worse. Yeah. That should help the historians figure that out. Okay. Probably made things worse. Yeah, I think so. Meant to race. Run. Good. Alright, that's out of the way. Close out of that. Refresh repository. Mouse position. JavaScript's been updated. Yeah, okay. Across the board, everything's terrible. Perfect. Exactly what we want for day 328. Let's jump over to OBS. We didn't even get to see. Let's close out of that. There we go. See? Probably made things worse. Those are facts. Okay, so day 328 comes to an end. However, the adventure continues tomorrow with day 329 of the year of streaming and learning to code. Today we had, let's see, Syrup Munster and McGreenberg. Thank you for stopping by. Any and all views are greatly appreciated. In the meantime, we are stopping the stream. Are you sure you want to stop the stream? Hell yeah. Do it.